Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose. This is the Tarot portion and the second half of my daily astrology vlog, which you can check out on my other channel, Astrology Today with Mel Rose. Over there, you'll find a description of the day's astrology as I've spelled it out here. Here, I will discuss the tarot card that sits on the side of the page, and then I'll play another card that, in the context of today's astrology, may just give us something more to think about. So let's get into it. The card that currently sits on the side of the page is the Five of Swords, and it is here for a reason. It's here because it corresponds in astrology with the first 10 days or the first decan of the sun's transit here in the land of Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign. Swords in Tarot represent air element symbolism, and air element symbolism is very much about the rationale and the intellect, what we think, how we communicate it, what kind of plans we make, right? So we come to the Five of Swords, and we find somebody who who seems to be taking a great deal of pleasure in winning, right? And if we think about these swords as thoughts, plans, and communications, you see they're holding all the thoughts, plans, and communications they kind of can at this point, but they've also apparently disarmed other people of their ability to think, plan, and communicate, especially if it means sort of like collaborating with them, right? So these people are off in the distance looking a little cut down and dejected, and this person looks like V for victory, friends, right? Well, there's a victory that comes here, and it can feel really good to be able to win an argument, to feel like you have the best possible idea or you know the best plan to get things done. It can feel, it can feel very victorious to always have the caveat that wins the argument, or to always feel like you have the better idea. And even if that comes, sort of at the cost of cutting other people down and letting them know that their collaborations, their contributions in terms of thoughts, plans, and communication are not valued or necessary, in whatever it is that you're working on, right? But it's a bit of a hollow victory. It has a subtle consequence, and that is that by eliminating people we see as being in competition with us in terms of thoughts, plans, and communications, we create some resentment among those people and somewhat isolate ourselves, so that down the road, when we're looking for collaborators, when we're looking for co-conspirators, we might not necessarily find them because we already sort of cut them out and let them know that we didn't value their inputs. So that's the news on the Five of Swords. Don't be such a winner that you have to win at all costs, that your ambition outstrips your eventual ability to collaborate with others. And we got the Three of Cups today. Okay, friends, so that's a celebration. That's getting together with friends, with people you share a mutual regard for, and really, celebrating the joy and inspiration they bring to your life. Cups is water element symbolism. It's very much about how things feel, our emotions, our intuitions. And this is a really, happy, connected vibe. Isn't that just lovely? Everybody's kind of dressed up. They're there together. They are celebrating one another, and they're doing it in style and with joy. So the Three of Cups is, very much about our connections to people that we work well with, but that we have a lot of regard for. And we don't all have to be the same. The three always often sort of points to like it's like with the Three of Pentacles, like everybody brings their own contribution. Everybody has their own style. Everybody shows up with their own way of contributing or collaborating with the effort, even if the effort is just to party and have a good time, right? So there's that. Where do we see this on the page? Well, with Cups, I have to look at the moon. The moon is in Aries right now. So moon in Aries is really a time when we're taking action on, taking action on right now on laying plans, taking action to lay plans right now because of that waxing crescent moon. But really, just taking action on things that are on our heart to do, or that have to do with maintaining balance, maintaining progress, in our heart or our home. The moon has to do with your body, your personal, private experience, your relationship, your connectedness to the people that you keep close, right? So Moon in Aries is actually a great time to celebrate because Aries is outgoing and sort of into itself, but also into uh, you know sharing itself with others. So the moon in Aries is a beautiful time to find celebration among friends. Now, that's a very fiery sort of thing. So, it's very spirited, it's very joyful, it's very sort of embracing of other things, but also of sort of excitement and fun things, okay? And let's see, Moon is sextile to Mars right now as well. So Mars is in Gemini. Mars rules Aries, where the moon is sitting right now. It's all very good vibe for a collaborative effort at celebrating and enjoying the company of the people that we like the most. That like showing up, so that we can celebrate people that we care about. And whose company we very much enjoy, and whose life we celebrate. And yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. Well, I just want to say also that Venus, because Venus is about our relationships and our connectedness, Venus moves into Pisces today, out of Aquarius and into Pisces. And so this is a point where, our sense of boundaries when it comes to our relationships can get a little blurred or grayed out or fuzzy for us. Okay. But our compassion for others and our capacity to connect with others are really expanded. And in that capacity for connection, what we want to share is imaginative, it's creative, it can be fashionable or stylish. It's about, beauty and balance and elegance in our connections with other people, but a broader connection than just to like a lover or a partner or a family member, a connection more like to your social community, your connection to your social cohort there, right? So it's important to stay sharp, to remember why you have set certain boundaries and shape why you don't do certain things. Like, if your rule is I don't have more than three drinks while I'm out partying, then stick to your rule, okay? Even if Venus is in Pisces saying, oh, the rules don't matter so much anymore, it's the connection that's important, right? Remember why you set your boundaries in place, and don't allow yourself to get misled or fooled, right? Because Pisces, in blurring the boundaries, can also be a bit of we can become sort of self-deceiving, thinking that the things that we like, love, and can't get enough of, thinking that the things that we desire, thinking of them in terms of an idealized version of them rather than a realistic version of them, right? So don't fool yourself. Don't allow yourself to get misled, and remember your boundaries. But celebrate responsibly, but definitely celebrate those connections, especially with your social cohort. And taken together here with the Five of Swords, it's almost like sort of opposites, right? In here, three people hold three cups. They celebrate their connection and their regard for one another. They do it in a beautiful style. They're showing up in a fashionable way, and they're going to party and have a good time together. It's a collaboration, but it's not a collaboration to work on anything. The work that we're doing in this kind of collaboration is just the work of enjoying one another's company and being connected, right? Whereas, the Five of Swords here is really, this person is holding three swords, and there are two other people here who don't have a single sword. So it's really more of a selfish vibe, and it's really more of a not collaborating vibe, right? And when you're selfish and you don't collaborate, like, here's one of the outcomes: you don't get to go celebrate with your social cohort. If you're the person who always has to come out on top and always cutting people down or out of the equation, right? Again, nobody's going to want to play with the sore winner. So let's be careful. Let's think down the road. Like, not only would I like to collaborate with this person right now, not only could I use some help on the plan that I'm developing, the big plan that I'm developing. Not only could I use some help on that, but I also, as just part of my life as a human being, require people that I can turn to and in celebration, and just enjoy being myself around them, right? So winning arguments all the time is not the way to necessarily get that. It's about mutual regard. It's about holding people and their contributions in regard, so that we can have things to celebrate ourselves, and we can have people to celebrate it with. Seems pretty clear to me, friends. And I think that's all I have to say about it. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your presence. My name is Mel Rose, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today and Tarot.